for everybody. Louise here. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Looking out there at Moturiki. Remember we looked a couple of weeks ago, we were here and we were asking what the name of the island is. And somebody told us it's Rabbit Island. In fact, it is Moturiki. And it is a native bird reserve, and it has tuatara as well as birds. So tuatara are the New Zealand reptile. Anyway, I'm going to take you for a walk out here. Hey, nice to see you, Denise. We're heading out for a walk on to Moturiki, but I just started because there's a gorgeous piece of driftwood here on the beach. Look, it's fabulous. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Nice piece of driftwood and mao in the background. Wow. How are you today, Denise? Fabulous to see you. Isn't this gorgeous? Look, it's amazing. Really love it. Whee! So, let's get on because we're going to walk out to Moturiki right to the end. Not too far, really. It's a gorgeous day. It's Thursday afternoon. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A few people in the water down there, low tide now. So that means the blowhole won't be working, but we'll see where it is. Oh yeah, it is gorgeous, isn't it, Denise? And I love this. One of my favourite Moturiki trees, this one here. Pretty perfect, the way it is growing in just on the base of the rocks here. Yeah, amazing. So we're going to walk Moturiki, Leisure Island. There have been a few leisure activities out here on the island. Hey, nice to see you, Sarge. Awesome. We just started with a beautiful piece of driftwood, which is just down there. Really gorgeous. I'm walking out on Moturiki. Now, there never used to be a signal here, or a good enough signal for a broadcast, but I had a little practice walk yesterday and it was really good apart from one patch which we won't go into. So they built a little bit of a causeway here to walk over to the island, which makes it really accessible. Hope you're good, Sarge. This is a beautiful tree, look. Oh, need to catch it at Christmas time when it's covered in Christmas tree flowers. The Moturiki. Moturiki. Yeah, so it was an island, a standalone little island, and they built this little walkway here originally. So here we go, Moturiki Recreational Reserve. It's now a native bird area, and of course no dogs allowed. So there we go. So there's the mall just behind us, the beach, and here we go, we're just walking out here, Moturiki Leisure Island. Hi Canada, how's it going there? Alfred, nice to see you. We're bringing back the birds. So they've got a lot of, they're putting a lot of traps here, obviously to catch them, or catch the predators. Good, okay, let's walk anyway. The rock formations are fantastic, it's really, really awesome. So remember we walk a couple of weeks ago, we started at the spiral artwork, and I found out afterwards Rabbit Island, its real name is Moturiki. Motu being island and then to, T-A-U. So in its past, Moturiki, where we're walking to now, has been a Maori village, a pa. So you can imagine in the old days, all the waka, all the canoes pulling up alongside. It was a quarry in the early 1900s. English people, of course, wanted all the rocks. English people, the settlers, the new visitors to New Zealand wanted the rocks from the island. Oh, truly, Sarge, awesome, awesome. I'm in the shade, so now I'm getting your messages. I can see it more easily. So there was actually a railway line built out here to transport the rocks. So this was originally a railway line that when they put this causeway in here, The quarry, they quarried it probably for about 25 years in the early 1900s, and then it was just left alone. Another gorgeous day, Alfred. Yep, bay of plenty of sun. Around the 1960s, a marine land was developed here, which is really interesting. And they had performing seals and dolphins and all sorts of things in the water. We'll walk out this way. And they had them all out in the water, in the pools here. And they even had chimpanzees and all sorts of attractions, as they did in those days. Then after a few years, I think it was the early 1980s, you had to have a license to animals. Exotic. Yeah, it's a nice walk, isn't it? And so things changed then when you had to get a license and you had to have permission, and it got expensive, and the marine area became a recreational, like it had bumper boats and all sorts of water slides and that sort of thing. So we're just walking up to the area now, which was the recreational, the water sports and marine land, and you'll see some of the rock formations from the old walls here. So here we go. This is all part of the old wall here. You can see. I'll just move over here because this is actually quite a nice shot. So I did this walk yesterday just testing the signal, and everything seemed to be okay. So you can see, you can imagine everybody sitting around watching the performing seals and the dolphins and the chimpanzees with their cups of tea, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how it was, but here's part of the old wall. And then it was, transformed into a seaside recreational area with slides and bumper boats and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, turning off. Oh, I'm going to turn in for the evening. Lisa, nice to see you. Oh, fabulous. Yeah, well, I'll take you on a little seaside walk, and that'll put you in a good mood for a sleep. Good fishing spots around here as well. But this is all part of that old area. A lot of concrete put in at that time. I suppose it's good. It's sort of like protecting the... I never came here, so I don't know what it was actually like. Maybe this was some sort of seating around here where you watched all the animals performing. You know, pretty cruel, really. Times have changed. It was good when they had to get the license, and yeah. Anyway, well, let's go here. I found yesterday when I went and go in too close to the cliff here, I get a bad connection. So I think we can. Yep, there's a little pathway through here. We won't go all the way in because I want to get back onto the track now and take you out to the very end. So I'll just have a quick look through here. Fabulous rock formations though, look at them. Really gorgeous. Oh, good vibes, yes. How's it going there? Fila, fantastic. It's Thursday afternoon. Future's not looking too bad, is it? Whoa. Hey Dave, awesome, nice to see you. I'm just going to step into the shade a little bit here. You can see, if I go on the other side of these trees, it's amazing, crazy, eh? The signal's no good. But just around here, it's okay. Oh, nice to see you all. Fabulous, look at this. Oh, fantastic, nice, I'm just catching up. Yeah, cool. Looking down the Bay of Plenty there, way down there. It's beautiful. Got 125 kilometres of, well, pretty pristine coastline, I reckon. Some of the nicest in New Zealand. But let's head back. Just want to do a little loop around here before we head out to the point. I've been down here for the whole day. It's been good. Did a little bit of a couple of walks around the base track, and yeah. Fabulous. Look at all the lovely nature in here. Beautiful. Hi. Yes. Whee. Just step into the shade again and then get your... We're going to be walking in the shade very, very shortly, so it's going to be a lot easier. Yes, Leela. Yeah. I mean, we love the beaches, but they do get hot, don't they? That's one of the things you need. I don't have a hat today. I should have. I've left it in the car. Oh, look at the harakiki and the flowers. Beautiful. If you saw my broadcast the other day with Anna doing the weaving, this is what we were weaving. The beautiful, the harakiki. A little bit of a sea breeze. It's nice. It's nice. So we're going to get here. We're going to get back onto the track. I haven't shown you. The views from here are just fabulous. So I won't do the shortcut. I need to show you the mount. It's quite a good track. It does get, I mean, it's a little bit of small stones on here, which is good. But just looking through here, we've got here's Mao or Mount Maunganui. Looking pretty gorgeous today, and a little bit of a swell. A few people out there in the sea. Just walking out. Oh, that's good. Look at that. Whoa, 232 metres to the top. But I just like walking around the base. Get the gorgeous views. Takes about 45 minutes to 50 minutes to walk around the base track, but it always takes me about 2 hours because I like to stop and take photos and sit down and enjoy the view and just have a fabulous relaxing walk. I'm not doing it for exercise. Down onto the rocks here. Amazing, amazing. Okay, let's walk. Moturiki, Leisure Island, because of all the activities that were here in the past. Oh, what does the sign say? Keep to the track. Help us protect the natural environment by staying on the tracks provided. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. We won't stand on anything we're not meant to. Yeah, so we just came from this direction. Just came from through there, and now we're going to head up. Well, there's a steep track you can go up there. We're not going up that one. We're going to go up the side here because this way you're getting all the beautiful views out to the left-hand side. The Great Pacific Ocean. You can probably hear a little bit of a climb. We've got a bit of a steady climb up here. It's very dry, as you can see. It's really dry everywhere. Needs some good rain. Whee. This is fun. Taking myself. So just remember, in the old days, it was a Maori village. You can imagine, you know, families living here, going out fishing, taking the waka, the canoes out, full for fish. So it would have been amazing to have just lived here. I would have loved to live in New Zealand before we began to spoil it. Really, really enjoyed just living with the nature here. Would have been fantastic. Whee, up a few steps here. Ooh. Looking into it, looks quite sparse. What are these? Yeah, I'm not sure what these trees are. Just some sort of coastal plants. But the views are just gorgeous from up here, looking right out over the Bay of Plenty, the Great Pacific Ocean. You can imagine it does get stormy. You won't be walking out here when there's really strong winds. You might get blown off when we get to the end. Ooh, we're going to get our steps in today. Oops, we could go down here. down, well, not the beach, the rocks down there. Probably this is for surfing, so the guys can jump off the rocks here. Easy way to get out behind the swell and come in. Well, we've got pretty good at it now, Leela. We've got pretty good at it, you know, because I think, you know, the example is when I'm looking at the beautiful trees. Before the settlers came to New Zealand, all our trees were only used for medicinal purposes and used to enhance life, and branches would be taken for building for walls. They'd line walls with branches. Trees were only cut down for canoes, but a lot of the vegetation was used for medicinal purposes and for food. Every view is amazing, Denise. Yeah. And then, of course, with European people coming, they looked at the trees completely differently, and they started cutting them all down and building and slicing them up and building boats and houses, and a lot of our beautiful big forests were completely destroyed, and these trees are protected now. But we understand now the damage. So I guess we have got a good chance of restoring a lot of the nature. And you know, our cities are not as big as some of the cities around the world. I grew up on a farm, last of the steps I think, yeah. I grew up on a farm, so yeah, you know, got to know the bush really, really, really well. We must be nearly at the end. There we go. I know we're nearly at the end because I walked this yesterday to check that I would have a connection. Not been successful. Can pop through here and have a closer look. Looks gorgeous. Yeah, so I think it's never too late to start looking after nature. Try and don't litter, take everything home with you. Don't mind. We've got a lot of the world. You know, you look in different countries where they've completely destroyed, like the it's crazy, and it's all driven by and that aspect. Kiwi, kia ora, how's it going? We are Bay of Plenty, Moturiki today. Yeah, just and trying to save our world. You know, you wonder why Mother Nature gets angry from time to time, but we're just not looking after it nicely enough. We're just not looking after it nicely enough. I mean, even this virtual travel is the way to go. I'm doing the steps. There's no air miles. We've got nothing. We're not taking a toll on the environment at all, which is amazing. It's good out here. So the track just keeps on going. The island is getting a little bit narrow here, as you can see. We've got the sea on this side, just down here. Yeah. And we've got the sea. Oh, we've got it in front of us. Good. And we've got it here on the left-hand side as well. Cool. You know, I think people that work and live in these big ivory towers need to get out and explore nature a little bit more. Yeah, appreciate what's around us. We all do. There's nothing like getting out for a walk. Even if I'm doing the walking. That's always fun. Let somebody else do the walking. And of course it doesn't cost anything, does it? Yeah, we didn't have to buy a ticket, we didn't have to do anything. We just arrived. We just naturally, magically arrived here. There we go, look at this. That is the Great Pacific Ocean in front of us. The Great Pacific Ocean. This grass wouldn't have normally been here. This was introduced by the early Europeans when they brought in sheep and cows and horses that needed to eat grass. Good example, grass seed here growing, and this side, this is New Zealand native grass, which is not edible, but it's very, very useful. It stores areas. It was ripped out because areas are suffering drought because the plants that normally would have stored the water for them to have all gone. Oh, inches of snow! Wow! There we go. Moturiki. I found out after I did the broadcast here a couple of weeks ago. This little rabbit island, its real name is Moturiki. Motutau. Yeah. It is a native bird reserve. It's got tuatara, native birds, penguins, all sorts of things there. And look at this. We're almost at the end. Whoa! Beautiful. Oh, amazing today. The Pacific Ocean is looking beautiful. Oh, we've got a little bit of a cloud up there in the sky. That's nice. Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. Whee! Beautiful though, looking down the Bay of Plenty. As I said, 125 k's of beautiful coastline. A number of small towns line the coastline. It's beautiful. Hi. There we go. Kids come out here all the time. And good fishing out here on the rocks. Really good fishing. We've reached right to the end. Maybe nobody fishing. It looks like it seems to be low tide. You can scramble right down here, right down. I'm not game to do it, but you can go down. We'll go down a little bit further. I'll go down. I can see the way. Let's go down over this side, baby. You can see it's quite rocky. I'll just carefully go down here because we want to get a nice view from the end. We want to get a nice view of Mau. So I'm just walking down here carefully. Wow, look at that. Gorgeous. A little bit of a sea breeze. So looking directly to the end here. Oh, we're almost at the end now. This is good. This is good. How far can I go? Maybe I need to stand up on there like the photo I used for the thumbnail I took yesterday, and the guy had climbed up on there. Amazing. I don't think we'll try it. Yeah, the colour of the water is gorgeous, isn't it? Really beautiful. You know, it's that gorgeous, what is it, turquoise? Really, really beautiful. I'm enjoying this. A gorgeous fresh air. A little bit of a breeze, as you can see, which is nice. Yeah, really. It's deep in colour too, isn't it? Really, it's got that depth. Yeah, so Moturiki, you can imagine, probably up until about 300 years ago maybe, this was the home, maybe 200 years ago, the home of a Maori tribe, and they lived here, lived and fished, and yeah, just lived here on the island as it was. It was deserted by the time European people came here, the early settlers. The early settlers, of course, quarried into it and took all the rock away. They built a railway line out here, quarried into it and took all the rock away. Did that for about 25 years, I suppose, at the beginning of, in the early 1900s. It's had a marine land on here with performing seals and dolphins and chimpanzees. And then I think that closed in about the mid-1980s, and then it became like a water park with slides and bumper boats, all that sort of stuff. And that closed in 1991, so it's quite recent in a way. Yeah. There we go, we're just looking at Mount Maunganui. Gorgeous, 232 metres if you want to climb to the top. This was a much better climb for us. This was much better. We just had a few rocks to scramble over, just like this. Oh, there's a chopper up in the sky. But it's gorgeous. So everybody, I'm going to finish. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to finish with the picture that I used yesterday, although we don't have a person on top of it today. Let me just quickly say hello. Thank you, thanks for joining. Kia ora, I'll see you tomorrow from somewhere. Okay, bit of a sea breeze, okay. Whoa, you're welcome, you're welcome. Let's turn, there we go, just back to that. Gorgeous. Thanks everybody, kia ora and ka kite anō. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks everybody. Awesome. Lovely to share with you. Okay, take care. Okay, have a great Thursday. Bye for now.